Well, welcome back. I'm here with Chris Dunn, the JDRF Development Manager, JDRF Nebraska Southwest Iowa Chapter, and also Mikan. You are the JDRF One Walk Event Chair. So I want to thank you ladies both for coming on the show with me today. So the JDRF Walk is coming up here in a few weeks. So let's first talk about that a little bit. When's the walk and
Absolutely. Well, thank you. We appreciate the opportunity to share. Yes, our walk is coming up Saturday, August 24th. We have a new venue this year. We're going to be at TD Ameritrade Park.
Okay.
Check-in will begin at 8 a.m. and then the walk will start at 9. You'll see a lot of the familiar festivities that we've had in the past, the big bounce houses and the virtual reality and the food and the face painters. But we'll also be inside the ballpark this year. So
fun.
Yes, it will be
Oh my gosh,
really
super
a lot of fun. We'll have lots of great activities up on the concourse. Omaha Baseball Village is doing us some great favors by loaning us some activities from the College World Series. We'll have team photos inside the ballpark. We'll do a 7th inning stretch before we kick off the festivities with the actual walk. And we actually get to finish the walk inside the ballpark on the warning track around the ball field where we have our Mile of Hope, which is always such an inspiring part of the walk.
How long is the walk? I mean, how far is the walk? Is this a 5K or is it?
No,
it's like
no,
2 miles or?
Yes, it's a 2-mile walk. We try to keep it very family friendly.
Absolutely.
We know there's a lot of folks that have young children.
Yeah.
So we want you to feel like you're getting a little bit of exercise, but at the same time, it's very doable for families with small children.
All right. Well, I want to go over to Mikan. So talk to me. You have a personal relationship with JDRF. So please talk about that a little bit.
So my son Sam was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes when he was 3 years old.
Okay.
So we got involved with the walk right away. Some of our friends reached out and said, you really need to find your community, find that feeling of hope. Mm-hmm. And so we went down, shortly after diagnosis, quite honestly, down to the TD Ameritrade, or down to the walk, and really met up with other T1D parents, other children with T1D, adults with T1D, and it was just a really inspiring event. Yeah. So,
how old's your son now?
He is now 6.
6. So like 3 years ago.
This will be our third walk.
This one all kind of came to be. So, talk about when he was first diagnosed. I mean, as a mother, what was going through your mind? I mean, it had to have been scary.
It was very scary. We don't have any kind of diabetes in our family.
Yeah.
It came on very quickly. One of the signs and symptoms is, frequent urination and also needing to drink a lot of water. So it was a quick change in his behavior that kind of triggered me going in with him and saying, hey, let's get him tested. And it was just within the hour, you're now facing a life of injections.
Right.
He does 4 to 5 injections every day.
Wow.
And every time he eats, every time he has exercise, you have to take all that into effect on how he's going to be treated. So
and I mean, and how is he? I mean,
he's doing great.
He's
doing great. So resilient.
Yeah.
I guess it's just every child. I mean, she has two of her children are type 1 diabetics too.
Right.
And I mean, their resiliency and
I think they can teach us older adults a lot about life and resiliency. I mean, we don't ever want to see our children have to go through this, but I think a lot of times they mirror back to us just like this amazing spirit, human spirit. So,
but there's also the drive to want better for them too.
Yeah.
So that's why this event is so important
Absolutely.
to me and to all the families.
Yeah.
Like we have to find better than just what we have. So.
Absolutely. I mean, and the work that JDRF is doing is so important. So how can people be a part of this walk coming up?
Well, we would love to have folks sign up either as a walk team or even as an individual walker, and they can just go to walk.jdrf.org and search for the Omaha Walk to sign up. There's no charge to register. We just really encourage folks, if they are able to, do a little bit of fundraising for us, that would be phenomenal, because We have made some amazing strides in research in the past few years. In fact, our president and CEO said recently that there's been more progress in research for type 1 diabetes in the last 12 months than the previous 40
Really?
years combined. So it is not the time to take our foot off the gas, but we can't
Yeah.
get there without the help of people in the community who come out to support events like the walk.
So, I mean, the next question, like, where does the money go? And it goes to the research piece of it?
Exactly. So JDRF is very careful with every dollar that we
Yeah.
bring in. We are able to ensure that 80 cents of every dollar goes directly to mission, and that's almost unheard of in the nonprofit community. So we are able to really make sure that that money is put to good use.
Yeah.
You know, when my son, who is now 15, was diagnosed at age 2, we were
Wow.
poking his little fingers up to 20 times a day, around the clock, midnight and 3 a.m. every single night. And now, you know, Micah's son and my children both have this technology where they wear a little sensor and we get real-time blood sugar readings every 5 minutes.
Wow.
And that technology has been life-changing. So that's just where we are today. Where we're going to be in the next few years is even more exciting.
All right, that is exciting. So again, encourage everybody to come out to the walk, and then if you can form a team or fundraise at some level, because it's just a great way to get together and to support each other, to raise money for an awareness for JDRF,
Exactly.
and also just to just celebrate. I mean,
Yes.
and bring everybody together. So
Exactly.
yeah. So any final words before we go?
No, I just hope to see everybody
Yeah.
out there. We're really getting excited. Really
Yeah.
getting excited.
All right. Well, thank you both so much for coming on the show today.
Yep, thank you. We
You're-
appreciate the
yeah,
opportunity.
You're welcome. And we will be right back.